Sigo subiendo y no voy a parar. No voy a parar. No voy a parar.
All right, what's going on, people? I'm over here with Johnny, and you know, we're gonna do a little review of the video that for the backing that he just did and stuff, and Johnny is looking at it as we speak, and we talked about it, you know, and Johnny explained to me what he was gonna do and stuff. If you can see there, I'm on the left side of the driver's side door, and I'm explaining to him, you know, making sure we're ready to go as far as the drone goes and stuff. And we are at where are we at?
Ben & Jerry's in Vermont.
Ben & Jerry's in Vermont, and yeah, Johnny just got a taste of some Cherry Garcia.
Yeah, it was good. And the other one, what was the other one? Cheesecake one.
Yeah, the cheesecake, not good.
Strawberry cheesecake. It was good.
Alright, so Johnny's starting to go. We talked about it, like I said. You know, there's a fence on the far left of the docks. There's only two docks there, where that green and white truck is, and the one that Johnny is setting up for. At this point, the drone missed the target, and I had to catch it. So I kind of missed him a little bit on that. And Johnny's doing his usual setup and stuff, and he's back to the driver, and then I think he goes back to the passenger side here a little bit, or maybe not. Nope. So what are you looking at over here, Johnny?
I'm looking outside the driver window, trying to aim the back of the trailer to the dock.
All right. So at this point, he's doing the right thing. He wants to kick it to the driver's side because he wants the back end to be away from the green truck. We'll refer to the other truck as the green truck. At this point, he's doing good. At this right here where he stops, he needs to continue backing up.
Should have kept on going back.
Should have kept on going back to get under it, because you always want to get under it, meaning truck and trailer straight, so you can see what the passenger side looks like.
Correct.
And that way determine if it's something you need to pull up or keep backing up, which I think you have plenty of space to continue backing up.
That's where the gate is, by the way, guys.
That's what?
Where the gate is. The fence.
Yes.
There's a fence there.
Alright, so he's backing up, and he's looking at the driver's on the passenger side, and he's already need to be looking at where the back of the trailer is pointing to, and it looks like it's pointing to the driver's side of the green truck. And at this point, he needs to get it away from that truck. And it looks like Johnny's kicking it, but he's not kicking it enough. What you want to do is you want to kick it, meaning move the back of the trailer and then get under it so you can see where you are at.
There is a lot of space between the back of the trailer and the fence, which I should have used.
On the driver's side, that is correct.
Driver's side.
And at this point, he needs to be looking at the tandems on the passenger side and looking at the imaginary line off the dock. In this case, we don't have any lines on the ground. So while he's thinking about that, I went back there to close the tails, because the last thing I want is anybody to be like, "Oh my God, Junior, you need to close the tails." So I did that for you guys. So he needs to be looking at the tandems and imagine the line off the dock. And he needs to continue to back up and then push the front of the trailer towards the driver's side, which he's got the back where he needs to be at. And at this point, he needs to continue back up and push the front of the trailer towards the driver. But
did I?
No, you're pulling up right now.
Exactly.
What I was saying is you should have, yes.
Yeah, we should have done that.
Should have done that, yeah. Thank you for catching that, Johnny. Which should have caught it down there.
Yeah.
All right, so he's backing up. At this point, you want to look to get it straight. Anytime you back up into the box, you want to back up straight and then we're just gonna offset it, shift it, you know, S-move it, serpentine it, whatever you want to call it. So there's a crack on the ground, which I don't know if you guys can see that. You know, at first we wasn't sure if that was straight or not, but come to find out it was. So you always want to guide yourself with something. You know, I know the fence is throwing him off because the fence is all out of whack. So at this point, he's backing up. He's getting the tandems where he needs them at. Then he needs to shift the front to the driver's side. I'm sorry, to the driver right here. Shift the front of the trailer to the driver's side, and then get under it. So Johnny, at this point, is not really.
I'm just going back instead of just trying to fix the front of the trailer.
Right. Which, small moves equal small corrections. That's right. But at this point, all he did was just straight line back it, and he let it do its course, which there's nothing wrong with that either. But in this case, it didn't help. So at this point, Johnny needs to pull up. Well, Johnny's getting out.
Gotta get out and look, man. We were looking at the space right here.
And what are we looking at? What are we talking about? I forgot.
The space, the gap between the back of the both trailers, the green trailer and the truck, our truck, and then the front of the trailer.
All right, yeah, because if you guys can see the crack in the middle between the two trailers, the space in the back has to match the space in the front of the trailer on the passenger side. That's how you know you're even. Which again, guys, at first I wasn't sure if that line was straight or not. And we're coming to the back and Johnny's like, oh my God, what is wrong?
Gotta fix this.
Yeah, so the passenger side back trailer is touching the dock. The driver's side is not touching the dock. So at this point, what needs to happen, Johnny?
Move towards the driver's side. We gotta move the trailer to the front of the trailer to the driver's side. Yeah.
So you can either do it by pulling up, or if you don't have enough space or whatever, you want to do it as you back up. You know, because main thing is let's get the trailer first, and then get under it. So, you know, Johnny's back there. We're talking about, you know, what to do, and he was a little confused, and I make sure that I explained it to the best that I could, so that he can understand when he gets back in the truck. Because just like every student, when you're inside the truck, it's different once you step out and look, and it's always important to get out and look to get a different view of what you're doing. So that's me in the front and Johnny in the back, and I don't know why we're coming back to the passenger. I think this is where I tell you about the gap.
Or the line.
The line, yes, that is correct. So, you know.
Or maybe we're talking about Ben & Jerry's. The ice cream that we just had.
Yeah. Throwing you off, huh? Too much sweet. So Johnny's getting back in, and we talked about what needs to happen, and, you know, we'll see what he does. Just want to make sure it's recording, man. Alright, so at this point he needs to be going to the driver's side. Pulling the front to the driver's side. He's going to the driver's side, but he's not doing it enough.
That's because the fence, guys.
Alright, that's good.
You don't really see it on the video, but when you're here, you really see how close it is to the fence.
Okay, that's fine, that's fine. So because we're not able to pull it as we pull up, let's push it as we back up. So at this point, we need to push the front of the trailer towards the driver's side, because we want to straighten it out. Remember, let's work the back, let's get the back where we want it, then we get the front where we want it, and then we get under it. And again, all these things have to happen.
When you say the front, you're talking about the front of the trailer.
The front of the trailer, yes. So the back of the trailer, the front of the trailer, and then you get under it. So all these things have to happen while you anticipate. All right? Always anticipate. Catch it before it happens. You know, be ahead on your moves. So, do you remember what I was telling you here?
No, we're still talking about something.
Alright, I think I was telling you, make sure you look at the gap on the passenger side, off the line on the ground. And again, guys, you don't want to open your doors until you actually are lined up with your spot, because in this case we have to have it at -10, and you know, by this time it would probably been 80 degrees. Just kidding. All right, so Johnny needs to be pushing the front of the trailer to the driver's side, which is not happening. As you can see, the line on the ground and the gap, it's staying the same. All he did was went straight line back in.
Here we go.
All right, so let me see, guys. Hold on, give me 1 second. All right, so we had to grab our bills. We just got loaded. So yeah, Johnny's pulling up. I was trying to catch him on the serpentine that he was doing. So now we got a different point of view here. You know, we can actually see Johnny turning the wheel. You know, and again, we need to get the front of the trailer to the driver's side. And again, you know, what was you was looking at the fence over here, Johnny?
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's why he wasn't really turning it, because he was trying to avoid trying to get to the front of the fence. I mean, trying to hit the fence with the front of the truck.
Keep in mind, guys, when you're in these trucks, things look a lot closer when you're right next to them.
All right, so Johnny's getting out and look again, making sure he's good. Scratching his head, he's like, damn.
Yeah, it's not doing it.
So, we see this guy over here in the white suit. I don't know.
Who is that guy? Oh, he was getting the paperwork. There's our boy right there.
He got loaded pretty quick, man.
He did.
So again, you know, the guy almost fell off the truck. Shoot, he even looked back and wondered who pushed him. May want to go back and look at that, guys. So Johnny's already trying to pull it, which is doing good, and he's trying to avoid the fence. And just remember, you pulling up and trying to get it over, is, you know, that's good. If you're not able to do it, try to do it as you back up. Maybe, you know, it'll be different, which in this case I think it would have been different. So if you can see the line on the ground between the two trailers, you can already see the gap is getting closer on the front of the trailer as it is as opposed to the one in the back. So we see Johnny turn the wheel to the left, which the front, we see Johnny turn the wheel to the passenger side, which the front of the trailer is going to go to the passenger side. So the front of the trailer works like this. Whichever way you turn the wheel, that's the way the front of the trailer is going to go. So now he's turning it to the right, so the front of the trailer will go to the driver's side. To the driver's side. So, you know, Johnny's not really turning the wheel too much. He's like, He's looking. Now, when you look at the mirrors, guys, you know, always like look at the back and then look at the front. Like in this case, use the line. Look at this. What were you looking at there?
The back. The docks.
The docks, okay. Alright, so he's getting the back over to the driver's side. Now let's get the front. At this point, push it. Push.
I'm pushing.
You want to be a little bit more. But see, now you're worried about getting under it. At this point, let's not worry about getting under it, but worry about getting the trailer straight. And then we'll worry about getting under it. Which I go back there to look again. I was like, you know, I'm going to make sure.
You ran. You ran, dude.
Hey, you know, you gotta get it in, my man. You know, you're making me walk every time we go to eat somewhere. It's like, oh, let's go over there, like 2 miles down the road. So, Johnny, I was like,
This is where we're trying to open the doors? No, not yet.
Yeah, I think this is where I open the doors. That is right. Yeah, because at this point, you know, I told Johnny, it's ice cream. They're very picky about the temperature. And when you open the door, guys, and you're driving, team driving, or trainer and student, always lock the passenger side door first, and then come back and finish it off on the driver's side. Because if the student or the driver sees that the driver's side door is not locked in yet, it's a sign that you're not done doing what it is you're doing back there. You know what I mean? So always work the passenger side door and then come back and finish it off on the driver.
And have the trailer brake on too. I don't want any.
Say what, Johnny?
Have the trailers brake on too.
Yeah, you see, I'm trying to tell you what needs to happen. I'm like, the back needs to come in. The back needs to come in. It's like, work it. Why is my head white?
You don't know why?
Alright, so yeah, you need to push it. You see? At this point, good. Push it. There, then get under it. Just like that, my man. Right. You hit the docks. You're not where you want. So now let's straighten it out. So at this point, you want to go to the the driver's side. You're only going to pull up as much as you can because of the fence. You see, I'm saying serpentine it up. Serpentine it up. You know, you got to be able to see down both sides. Anytime I do like that with my hands, like, you know, like I'm chopping it up on both sides, I mean, you got to be able to see down both sides of the trailer. So Johnny's like, I got to chop it up. All right, so Johnny's pulling up. He's got to be able to see down both sides. And at this point, he's only looking at the driver's side. Can you see him, guys? You got to, yeah, now he looks at the passenger side. Back to the driver, passenger. All right, always work mirrors, people. You have 6 mirrors on the truck. The 2 on each side. On the side of your mirrors, you got the big one and the little one, and then you got the antenna mirrors. So at this point, Johnny is finishing it up, and all he needs to do is straighten it out. As you guys can see, Johnny is... what are you thinking at this point, Johnny? Like, finally did it?
I want to go eat, so let's get this done.
Johnny said it's a code 9.
Go eat, guys. I'm hungry.
Alright, so Johnny's a little hungry, so he's not really concentrating.
See, the thing with Junior too is you gotta do it right. You know, you can't be slightly off and whatnot. So we're trying to do it as well. I'm trying to do it as right as I can.
And that's good. And you know, and like he said, you know, he's trying to break some bad habits, and I'm making sure that he changes those habits. So, but yeah, he did pretty good, guys. He, as you guys can see, that he's about to pull the brakes, put the window up, and come out. You see, he said, "Get out." I don't know what.
There was a fly in there.
Oh, so
that's what happens when you leave the window, because we gotta have the windows down, you know.
All right, so that's Johnny, guys. I appreciate you watching. Thank you for tuning in. Please share, subscribe, like the video. And any last words, Johnny?
Let's go eat.
Let's go eat, huh? Right.
Bitch, I wanna party like